Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss the fact that Swiss Miss, the fucking cocoa company, is now into bourbon. My name is Kathy Cool. Please join me in welcoming my co-host Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Darren McRoy, Jeff Andresi, and Katie Joyce.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, y'all.
Hello.
Hey, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look how Kathy was so much better this time than last week when this just got thrown to her. She's probably been working on this all week, so it's been amazing. So, yeah, congratulations.
We have to do a read-through.
Yeah.
New guy's been giving her tips.
Right,
Listening.
yeah. Oh, yeah. He's
All the right and fastest on the syllables. You did great.
Yeah, she did great for sure. We've got a fun show. We're going to be talking about Swiss Miss and now getting into the bourbon game. We'll get to that though after the break. For right now, Jeff said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, sir?
Well, just thinking, holidays coming up, and we're a little bit away, but when I got family here, we're always pulling out some board games and things. So what were the board games, the types of games you played as kids?
Oh gosh, you're asking a show where Darren's on. So yeah.
That's
His family's totally into board games. Yeah.
He's still a kid.
Oh yeah, sure. What is it, Katie?
I said that's a great question. I like that one. Mine would have been. We did a lot of Clue. I remember.
Oh yeah, Clue.
Racco was a big one for us. And then I now have a Racco of the 1960s edition, so it matched the one my grandma had that we would always play with.
Okay.
Awesome.
We were not a big Monopoly family. We would get a little too angry for that one. So, but we could rock it with some Chinese checkers and some Sorry. And then I made everyone play a mystery date with me, including my little brother. So that was always fun.
Oh, nice. We did play Monopoly. Clue, I would say Clue is number one though. So my dad was a policeman, so he thought he had that Clue game down. We had to play Clue all the time. So that certainly was a big one. But Monopoly was in the mix too. We played Life a little bit. Trivial Pursuit probably as I got a little bit older. That certainly came into the mix. And my mom and dad like to play a marble game called Aggravation. I don't know if anybody.
Oh
knows.
yeah.
Oh, I've heard of that.
So that would be one that they like to play, and they had some friends that they would play once a month with. And so every once in a while, as the kids would get to play that, but primarily that was the adult game in the house. But yeah, so yeah, that's our board game stuff. Darren, are you familiar with that one as a board game aficionado?
No, it's marbles. It's not.
It's a board game. No, it's a board. It's not shooting marbles or anything. The marbles are just your game piece. So it's a traditional board game. It's just
okay. I do not know it. It depends on when you're talking about when I was a kid. Because if you're talking about when I was 4, it was Go Fish and basic stuff. And then probably by the time I was 10, we were pretty hard into board games because my sister would have been married at the time. So that's when it all started. And
so is it your brother-in-law who's so big into board games that brings this passion for board games?
No, I think it's my sister having money to spend on things like adult money, and she's just
she's able to throw around $8 a throw to get all these board games. So at this point, as an adult, look at me.
So like Catan and Ticket to Ride, and like Splendor were like the first several that we started playing.
I have heard of none of those, so
yeah, but those are still big games that you could know. Katie knows them.
Yeah, you haven't heard of any of those, Steve? You haven't heard Catan or Ticket to Ride or you're missing out.
Nothing.
Never heard of those. Never
on a blank.
Oh,
they're huge. But the game of the house is Spades. That is the game of the house, is card game Spades. Oh. I learned how to play when I was 6.
Does that count as a board game?
No, but neither.
The question was about board games.
We play as a family, which was what the question was.
It's the same kind of quality time.
I thought the question was about board games.
It was a loose question.
Okay, well then I'll accept it. It was specific board games. I can't. Yeah. Because it was just any games. Then poker would have been the game. I was raised in a poker house, so poker was the game of choice.
But we've had multiple Spades tournaments throughout the years, and had all the family over just for a Spades tournament. Nothing else, just playing Spades.
Okay.
And
so if you bid nil, do you go back 100? Is that how Spades is played?
Yep.
If you don't make it.
Yep. Yeah, I just make it, so I would never know.
Of course, absolutely.
And then the other one would be dominoes, like chicken foot. Dominoes.
Chicken foot.
That was my other side of the family. That was my mom's side of the family that we played a lot of.
And you get the chicken foot.
That wins and stuff.
Don't know what that is either. Chicken foot.
I honestly don't even remember how to play. I just remember playing it.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Need to Renaissance that one back.
KK, how about you?
We never sat down as a family and played games.
No, God forbid. Yeah.
The parents saying, "Can you kids get out of here and go entertain yourselves?" So we would go play like Monopoly, Mystery Date, like Katie. I played that one.
Okay.
Sorry, and the Happy Days board game.
The Happy Days board game. Yes. Were you Pinky Duscadero every time?
Every time.
Joan Jett.
I gotta earn those cool points.
You were Joan Jett in that one.
Yes.
Perfect. Jeff, how about you, man?
Oh gosh, there were so many. You mentioned Clue, and that's always a classic. And Stratego. No one mentioned Stratego.
Stratego, yeah. Mousetrap. I played with my cousins. Yeah.
Mousetrap, yeah. I had a game called King Kong that came out in the mid 70s when the movie came out.
I had that too. I had that one. Yeah.
That one. Then I got
what about the Jaws shark that you put the stuff in his mouth, all the junk, the tires, all that kind of ocean stuff, and then you'd have to pluck it out, and then whoever caused him to snap his mouth closed lost.
Yeah, an Operation.
I don't think I saw that one.
Operation, kind of same thing. Yeah, that was certainly one.
How about Risk? Anyone play Risk? That's with the armies, and that took forever. That was longer than Monopoly.
Never played that one.
I never played it on a table, but I play it on my phone all the time. Just
really?
Because it's a whole lot easier. You don't have to worry about setup or anything. So but no, I've never actually played with real people.
Risk. I'll have to check that out. The virtual.
Yeah, that's a good one. A couple others. Mom and Dad had a Password. It came just in a little box and had a little sleeve of. It had a little red window that you couldn't see certain, some of the letters. And then we didn't have Yahtzee. We had something called Kismet. Same concept, but you could.
Oh,
that was a step below. If you couldn't afford Yahtzee, family, you got the Kismet.
It was the Kmart brand.
It was. The dice were colored. So like the dice the things that were opposite, like the 1 and the 6, the 2 and the 5, and the 3 and the 4. They were the same color, and you could get color pairs and different things. So scoring was a little different, but it was very much like Yahtzee. So.
Right. Offshoot, and just looking for one answer, and it could be nothing if you don't play any games. Favorite game to play on your phone, and you can only have one. It's not really a discussion. It's just what is your favorite game to play on your phone if you play games on your phone.
Well, Darren, Tower Defense 5 or 6, whichever one it is. 6.
What was it? We had 3 people answer at once. What was yours?
Balloons Tower Defense. It's a game where you have little monkeys and they pop balloons. That's
okay. Sounds horrific. All right, go ahead, Katie. You were jumping in.
Office Cat.
Office Cat. Okay.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. I have a thriving office with many cat workers. It's going great. Okay.
That sounds better. That sounds better than whatever the monkey popping the balloon game was. All right. Kathy, what's your?
I have a Harry Potter game I play.
Okay, fair enough. Harry Potter. If you're a Harry Potter fan, I'm sure that's great. Jeff, how about you, man?
It's funny Darren mentioned spades because I just started playing an online version of spades, and I'd never really played spades before. But I think Words with Friends is still there's always 2, 3, 4 games going at any given time.
All right. I play Dice with Buddies, so it's like a ripoff of Yahtzee. Now they merged with Yahtzee or something, so now that you can play, it's the exact same game. So I don't know why they have to have both of them, but yeah, you can play Yahtzee or Dice with Buddies. So that's the one I play. I've been playing it forever too. That's the crazy thing. I mean, my dad and I used to be really big in that, and he's been gone over 10 years. I can't believe I've been playing that game that long. But yeah, and it has like 100 like mini games within there, so you can get lost. It's one of those you can get lost in, and you might even have somebody that's got a friend that is playing Dice with Buddies. You might even be playing the same sort of games because there's all these different games within there. And my mom loves the game too. She hated all that stuff when my dad was alive. Hated it is stupid playing game. And then when my dad passed away, she of course started looking at his iPad, and then she started playing some of the games and stuff that he used to play. And then she gets into it. Now she suffers from carpal tunnel when she plays too much Dice with Buddies. She's my wrist. What happened, Mom? Well, I've been playing a lot of that Dice with Buddies.
That's good.
I want to throttle back on that just a little, then, Mom.
That is adorable. I'm going to check that one out now.
Check it out. Nice. If you get on, let me know, and then you can join our family. And one of the games is a family game. It's family being your dice crew. So you could help us. We could use a serious player in the mix. So yes, right now it's just me, the warden, and my mom, and then a bunch of random strangers who sometimes contribute, sometimes don't. And then Amy yells at them. She's the worst. Here's the deal with accounts. She won't talk to people like live in person, like at the shop. But like there's a little message board within the family game in the thing, and she'll yell at people on there, random people like, I said don't start the game just yet. We started too early. And like, you could say this. Yeah, you could say this tactfully, be like, hey, how it works is they start on this day, and then when that group fills up, it starts another one and another one, and all these games that then you compete against 50 teams or whatever. And we found that if you wait, you're playing against the teams that are less into it. If you jump in right away, you're playing with the people who live for this. You'll never get to the top 5. But if you wait, then you end up being the people who just like, I guess I'll try this, and then they don't come back, and then you win and you dominate and you get better prizes. So Amy just screams at them on there. I'm like, just calm down, don't be, they're just trying to have fun in whatever way they are, and they started the game early. Who cares? So there you go. That's way too much about that. All right, it's time.
Hilarious though.
Yeah.
My God.
Yes. Well, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with, I guess Katie's out because she's heading home.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, okay. All right. Katie's first then.
So thanks to Missouri's lack of open container laws, I'm allowed to compete on this while I'm a passenger.
She's not driving. She's a passenger. So
we just got back from New York, and my friend Pierre brought me a bottle of Baumburgers in New York.
Wow.
Score!
Look at there.
Yeah. So I dug it out of the suitcase when we were getting into the car, and we'll see how this pop goes with AirPods. Okay.
Okay, solid.
Better than Swiat's ever done.
Yeah, Swiat's never achieved that level of pop right there. Yeah, he dreams about the pop that good. So, all right, Darren, it looks like you're queued up and ready. What do you got there?
I got a Planter single barrel that I bought at the distillery. I don't even know which one it is. Nope.
Okay. No, Katie has the lead. Kathy's next, though.
I'm going to open up some Buzzard Roost Char 1 Rye.
Oh, no way. That's what I got, too.
Oh, look at you two.
All right.
So cute.
Okay. I'll go next. All I want to do is beat Kathy. Then I got chart number 1 right. I'm hoping to get better than that. All right, here we go. I think I tied her. Those sounded exactly alike to me. Both kind of bassy.
Very similar.
Does Katie still have the lead?
Katie has the lead. She could win this thing, but Jeff still has to go yet. Jeff, what do you got?
Well, I'm embarrassed because I have something called American Woman Straight Bourbon Whiskey, and I think it's been aged at least 2 years.
Look at that bottle.
It's a cool bottle.
I think we're going to go to a vote, our first ever vote on this. I'm going to vote Katie. I felt like hers was clean. Jeff's had some squeak in there. I didn't like as much.
Squeak.
Yeah, Kathy, you're next. Who do you think out of those two?
Well, at my age, it's hard to remember 5 pops back.
Okay.
So I'm going to say Jeff's was better.
Okay, so that throws it to Darren, our tiebreaker. Again, you're not the two that are participating don't get to vote, of course. So that means Darren, you're the tiebreaker.
Well, at my age and with this humidity outside, I got to give it to Katie Proof. So
there you go. Katie wins. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
First time we ever did that. There you go. All right. We'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about Swiss Miss. And is this something that interests us? We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
This is New Guy. To set the record straight, all my cookies are made from scratch, not slice and bake. And you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Okay, let's talk about some fucking Swiss Miss whiskey.
Yes, we are Swiss Miss Whiskey. It's the best whiskey. Swiss Miss Whiskey. What do you think about this? Well, first of all, Kathy, do we know anything about this? Your research department.
We do. They have partnered with Hotel Tango Distillery.
Okay. Indianapolis.
To make a, which is the first ever and current category leading marshmallow whiskey out there.
Yeah.
And so now they've got the toasted marshmallow and cocoa infused bourbon.
Yes.
That pairs well with a Swiss Miss hot cocoa.
Cocoa.
Which is cocoa, which would be a nice gift for your favorite bourbon aficionado. I would like them to strike that
from the record. Yeah,
from the
that
record,
does not need to be in there.
And in the article that I found it in, nobody wants that.
No.
The only thing I can think that it might be good with is like a chocolate shake.
Yeah. Part of a boozy shake. Sure. Maybe. Well, that might work in there. But yeah, as far as drinking, pour me a glass of that. No, I'll pass. I don't need that. But Darren, you're a young guy. This probably targets you. What do you think?
So I think they have the right company working with them.
Yep.
I think if you're going to do a chocolatey marshmallow thing, Swiss Miss is the right answer.
Okay.
I definitely agree with that.
What about
I'm not going to be buying a bottle. And I also think they're mixing out because all the best sellers of these flavored whiskey end in Ball. So if it's Swiss Miss Ball, we're perfect. We're good.
Swiss Miss Ball.
It's going to be a big one. With the dough balls and the fireballs and the crew balls.
8 balls out there too.
Yeah.
They were really tooting their own horn because they said it's kind of like the first ever, but now we are the leader.
Right.
Yeah.
We're the first people ever to ruin
I
good
love
whiskey.
that.
Yeah, we're the leader. Yes. Of course.
Leading the industry.
Yeah.
So did anyone
Trailblazing.
zoom in on the picture and see the proof?
No, what's the proof?
35.
60.
60.
30%.
30% ABV, 60 proof. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're selling it for $27.99.
Yeah, that's the world of flavored whiskeys.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, but Buffalo Trace also sells for $27.99. So
there you go.
I just love the tasting notes: caramelized sugar and toasted marshmallow with a hint of smokiness.
Who writes tasting notes for flavored whiskey? Also,
yeah, and
that seems so weird.
Schmallow, which is the name. Schmallow. Doesn't that kind of tell you what it's going to taste like?
Maybe
marshmallows. Just maybe.
So I mean, why is there no chocolate notes on there if it's a hot chocolate flavored thing? It's
yeah, they said it's a cocoa infused with the hint of smokiness, but they didn't talk about the cocoa flavor.
Right, in the tasting.
They talk about the sugar and the schmallow.
Yeah.
Well, because it probably is overpowered by the schmallow.
It probably is.
Maybe. I'm not sure what's going on there. So
I don't like regular schmallows. Like, I don't want to drink schmallows.
Oh.
I was going to pretend to be very excited about this, to be like, no, this is the whiskey I've been missing. I'm so excited. My holiday season will be complete. But their tasting notes on this, like everything about this is just so ridiculous. I'm like, I can't even pretend that I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
And I am a lover of whiskey and my hot chocolate, and I feel like they're trying to ruin it. Like,
okay.
Yeah. This is one quick way to ruin it for everyone.
They ruined it.
I brewed a beer one time that had Lucky Charms in it.
Okay.
And it just made kind of a weird mouthfeel, but all those sugars and the little crunchy marshmallow bits were just kind of dissolved, and that's where some of the yeast, went to town. But weird.
Okay.
I would be down for a Lucky Charms flavored whiskey because it'd be magically delicious.
Okay.
no,
it would somehow taste good. That's their whole slogan.
Yeah. Do you feel like if they took the marshmallows out, the Lucky Charms can stand on its own? No. That's a good cereal, I think. I think it could.
No.
I think it could.
I don't think it's good with the marshmallows. So maybe I don't like the marshmallows. Maybe I think it'd be better.
That's literally what I just goddamn asked, and you said no.
Well, I'm thinking about it out loud.
I said, could the cereal stand by itself without the marshmallows? You're like, no, absolutely not. And then you're like, I don't like the marshmallows. I just like to have the cereal. I literally just said that, and you switched it around and tried to make it your own.
I'm saying I've never enjoyed Lucky Charms a day in my life. And maybe I'll enjoy it more if there wasn't marshmallows, is what I was trying to say. I did not say
this meeting was
I'm
recorded.
sending this to Becca.
Yeah. He felt safe tonight since Becca wasn't hosting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she'll be yelling at you the next time she sees you. Go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
No, I was just going to jump in about Darren, and this meeting's been recorded, so we've got it all for posterity. And
yeah,
you don't know what he said.
Yeah, we know what he said. He denies it, but yes, we know.
I won't jump in and imitate Becca here. That would be just unkind to Darren.
Yeah, Becca's one of a kind, right?
Good content. Bring it, Jeff.
I can't.
No one can yell. No one can yell at people. I mean, Kathy's filling in today, but even she couldn't jump in and yell at you like Becca does, and it's funny. I have no idea why, because she's mad and she's yelling and she seems kind of a little bit scary and mean, but it plays well. I don't. It seems like if I'd be screaming like that, everybody would be like, "Oh my God, I'm not listening to the show ever again." It's terrible. But Becca, it's nice. It's endearing. People love it. People love it when she's yelling at people.
Yeah,
I've certainly
especially
been the wrath
when that
of
person's me.
times.
Actually, I think.
Well, or me. Yeah.
We definitely love it when she yells at Steve.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it happens. It happens plenty. It happens plenty. So yeah. So she's off this week. Her friend Ashley was getting married. I don't know if it was this weekend, or not. I don't know.
Is she not in San Francisco?
No, because of her friend Ashley's getting married. So it happened to be on the same weekend. So I assume it was yesterday that she got married, Ashley. So I'm sure she was part of the wedding and everything. So Becca couldn't go to that. So yeah, as we record this, our buddy Royce Neely is in San Francisco finding out if he has the best small batch whiskey in the world. So good luck to him whenever that's happening. Again, he's in San Francisco. They're about 2 hours behind us, so it's an evening thing. So I'm sure he's not even there just yet. But
you'll be getting a call, Steve.
Yes, I told him to call me no matter what time it is. So yeah. So phone will be on tonight.
Will he call you first or Becca?
He told me he's calling me first. So out of everybody, even his parents and his wife and everything. So we'll see.
One more thing for Becca to yell at Steve about. This is good for
exactly.
He knows if he calls you first, the word's going to get out faster.
I'll send Becca a text. He won. Oh my God! Could you imagine?
You see the phone call?
Yeah. On the phone with Royce. Congrats to him. Just so you know. Oh jeez. Then he calls her. Hangs up with me. Calls her. Oh, he'd be hitting a hornet's nest. He wouldn't even know what happened to him. It was just one of those things. Why are you screaming at me?
That would be great.
Yeah. So there you go. There you go. There's a little bit about Swiss Miss, and it's definitely not my thing. So yeah, if people like that, I enjoy it. It just doesn't even sound good to me. So I'm not even interested in tasting it. So if you buy some, you don't need to bring it in for me to taste. I'm not interested. So there you go. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Darren, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at The Bourbon Adventures.
Unless they call us with a big check and want to advertise on the show, then also I'm talking about this all next week. Like, this is the best thing in the world. Man, why did we ever even drink just regular bourbon? I like Swiss Miss in mine. We'd sell out in a second for sure. Jeff?
No doubt.
Such a whore.
Yeah.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo, Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
All right, Katie. You're on mute, Katie.
You can find me struggling to find the mute button on my screen, and then also over on Instagram at Katie Proof.
All right, Kathy.
I'm on Instagram at KKCastStrength.
All right, for me, I'm easy to find them at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's going to be abvnetwork.com. You're going to check that out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see me, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We are online, abvbarrelshop.com. And, of course, come by and see us anytime. Taste the whiskey. If you're in St. Louis area, we'd love for you to stop in and learn more about what we have going on at abvbarrelshop.com. Kathy, anything else to say before we we get out of here?
Yes, I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See y'all.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.